What's up, everyone? I have a Dominaria Remastered draft booster. Look at this gorgeous sealed beauty. I'm used to calling them booster boxes. These are just booster boxes. I know it says draft booster. It's a draft booster. And the reason is there's all kinds of different kind of booster boxes now. I get it. But this is Dominaria Remastered. Dominaria Remastered, of course, an incredible set because there's all these huge hits if you play Eternal, if you play Commander. But for someone like me, that nostalgia hit, Dominaria, Magic's original plane, dating back to Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, Antiquities, Legends, and Darkin, all the way through Urza's block. I don't think we left Dominaria until Gerard and the Weatherlight crew jumped in it and went to Mercadia and Mercadian Mass. That's how long we were in Dominaria. And of course, we've been back plenty of times, and we're back there right now, still fighting the Phyrexians. The more things change, the more they stay the same, everyone. A gorgeous little product here. Dominaria Remastered Draft Boosters. 36 packs. 15 cards plus 1 token, which always feels like 16 cards to me per pack. Each pack is going to have 9 to 10 commons, 3 uncommons, 1 rare or mythic, 1 retro frame card of any rarity. So you can double up on those rares, getting those like Time Spiral when we had those time shifted rare, those Time Spiral vibes in there. You get 1 retro frame basic land. If you want the foil retro frame basic land, you got to go collector booster, baby. Those are not available in these draft boosters for Dominaria Remastered. And as I mentioned, there's 1 token or ad. You know, they put those little ads. You know what they should do? They should have some throwback Gleemax ads in these Dominaria like give you the real old flavor. Shout out to anyone who gets that reference to Gleemax ads in draft boosters. Available right now on cardshoplive.com for $159.99. So if you like what you see here, and trust me, if you're an old school Magic player, if you're an Eternal player, if you're a Commander player, hell, if you're just a Magic player, you're going to like what you see here. This product is awesome. Check out cardshoplive.com, $159.99. The product released on January 13th. Lucky Friday the 13th for Dominaria Remastered. I want to talk, like it's a draft booster, and I want to talk about the mega hits like Swords to Plowshares, Chain Lightning, Battle Screech. I remember drafting a lot of Battle Screech and it being really, really good. And recoil, nothing better than recoiling a permanent when they have nothing in hand and it's just a removal spell. All cards I drafted plenty of. It's a draft booster box, so I feel like those are the hits, but let's get real. We're looking for those sneak attacks. We're looking for Sylvan Library. We're looking for those Mirage Block Tutors, Vamp Tutors, Mystical Tutors, Enlightened Tutors, Worldly Tutor. And as always, every time they print it, every time it's in there, we are looking for Force of Will. One of the greatest, in my opinion, not quite the greatest, but one of the greatest counter spells of all time. Anytime you're playing a blue deck, Force of Will has a home in there. So that's why Dominaria Remastered's so incredible, right? Crazy hits all throughout the history of Magic, because Dominaria is really the history of Magic. Okay, let's get in here. Oh, look at that. Grimy, little Grim Lavamancer there. Looking good. Let's get these packs out. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna take these packs out all the way out of the box. I'm gonna do this box break style when I'm ripping. And we do rip a lot of Magic. You can check us out, CardShopLive_Magic on Whatnot. We do a lot of box breaks, open a lot of Magic. And it's like I always say, you don't have to buy anything. Just come watch us open cool stuff. That's what I do. That's what I go watch breaks and I watch them open cool stuff and I love it. So check out CardShopLive_Magic on Whatnot. And if you just want to get the product and rip it yourself, cardshoplive.com, $159.99. Okay, let's get into it, baby. Let's see what we got here. Man, I'm gonna open. Young Mashi is just like, can't get enough of the fact I'm just gonna rip a whole booster box right now for fun on video and post it to YouTube. You talk about old school. How great is that? Ooh, Sequata Lancer. Okay, don't get caught up, Mosh. Don't get caught up. Sequata Lancer, though, I'd draft that. All right, we've got Lieutenant Qatar. I think that's a Judgment card. Street Wraith has a home in every draft deck. You just lowered your card count by 1. Foil Momentary Blink. I've done a lot with that in drafts as well. Then we go that gorgeous. It's almost got that darker ink look, that gorgeous retro foil land. Also, I saw this. Everyone, check this out. This is a black 2/1 cat. How many black cats you seen out there? I'm going to tell you as a token. This is the first one. It's from the Penumbra cycle of creatures. Remember those old school Penumbra creatures? And the green one created a 2/1 black cat. And there was never a black cat token. So, if you're playing with your Penumbra cat, now you got the token for it. There you go, baby. All right. Ooh. Phyrexian Scuda coming in as an uncommon. This should be a rare. This wasn't just a rare. This was a chase rare back in the day. The new Juzam. Jolreal Wanvoli Recluse. I'm going to be real with you here. I drafted a lot of her. Never made her work in M20. Is that what it was? White Mane Lion and that retro land. I would get her like first pick and try to run with it, and it just never worked for me. There is a draft all-star. Man of War. all day, every day, baby. Clifftop Retreat. Clifftop Retreat, though, that's the a non-basic land cycle in here. Fact or Fiction was called, I think Do or Die was the working title for that. Fact or Fiction, I played so many of those. And Fact or Fiction is that card that comes out there. It's really like, who's the better Magic player right now? Who really knows what's going on and is going to win this game? And that's how I felt all the time when I was using Fact or Fiction. Alrighty. Glory. Well, that was a draft hit. If ever there was a draft hit, you're going to win the game with this in your yard. Renewed Faith. Necro Savant. Oof. Great art on the Necro Savant. Great art on the Necro Savant. That's awesome. These cards, I don't know if you're catching this, they have a darker print. The ink on it's this darker print, and it's great. And they have a great feel to them, too. This great kind of matte feel. Overmaster, not going to serve you well in draft. Tormod's Crypt, not going to serve you well in draft. Not retro land. But these have I really hope you guys can get this. Get your hands on some of these cards. Sometimes, I'm not a huge fan of, oh, look at that. That's that extended art Street Wraith. Ooh, that is a scary looking Street Wraith too. Ugh. Sulfuric Vortex. Oh my God. Cube All-Star. First pick and never look back. That's what the Uncle Mashi tells you. Smoldering Crater in there and that retro land. Yeah, the number of times I've taken a Sulfuric Vortex first pick and just never looked. I look for it now. I'll take that 4th, 5th pick and just change strategies, y'all. Stroke of Genius. This was an old school standard, and yes, I can say type 2. Victory condition. I remember Stroke of Genius being that was like the Urza's Block win condition. You just died immediately there. There's Spirit Link and a Mountain. Spirit Link, for those who don't know, was another version of old school white removal back in the day. Kind of pseudo removal. So I always think about how funny it is when you Spirit Link your opponent's creatures. Sulfur Falls. Turnabout, that's fair play. A Foil Glory. Look at that, a Foil Glory. That's a good-looking card. And we got that retro forest, but who cares about that? Look at that. The Glory's kind of isolated in the foiling. Looks really sweet. I like the look of that one. All right, next up, we have Assault and Battery. How did I leave this out of my draft retrospective? This is like pick oneable in draft. I mean, I don't know about this format, but I've certainly pick one in Assault and Battery. Zur the Enchanter, Terror. Oof. I guess you got to go Terror there because you're not locking into a color, but there's that retro island. But Assault and Battery was so good. Yikes. Oversold Cemetery. I spent a long time trying to break this card in Standard. Sandstorm Island. There we go. Sandstorm. Isn't that techno song? Sandstorm? Am I right about that? Yeah. There we go. Test your might. Test your might. It's a test of endurance. Our first mythic here. And there's a lull. Peregrine Drake. Ooh, try to say that really quick. Peregrine Drake, everyone. Peregrine Drake. Enunciate, Mosh. Enunciate. Overmaster. Again, our second Overmaster of the box. There's an Impulse. Impulse, an underrated, very good draft card. You got a bomb. You need to find it. Get that Impulse there. You got a retro mount. We're a third of the way through our box. A third of the way through our Dominaria Remastered draft box. As I said, available at cardshoplive.com, $159.99. Time Stretch, extended art Time Stretch, our second mythic. Wow. This card looks great. Look at that. The Cycles of the Moon there. That's a really good piece of art. There's a Mishra's Factory. And Fire Blast. Oh, retro planes there. The number of games I have won on the back of a Fire Blast or a double Fire Blast is in the double digits. I am a red mage. I couldn't be happier to see Fire Blast in packs, especially draftable packs. You can draft it and you can end games with it in draft. I promise you. All right. Oh, we got another mythic here. It's an Urza's Incubator. That's our third mythic of the box there. Our third mythic of the box. Elvish Spirit Guide. Foil Mishra's Factory. Mishra's Factory also, by the way, draft All-Star, or it used to be. I used to draft a lot of Mishra's Factories. And, it's a land, and you can activate it. And remember, the factory, I believe, God, I'm a little nervous. They may have changed the rule, but I believe it can still pump itself. So you turn it from a 2-2 to a 3-3, that surprise extra point. Your opponent doesn't see it, and boom. Arcanus the Omnipotent, or LSV as I affectionately call him. There's Arcanus the Omnipotent. Mog War Marshal, Retro Planes. We haven't had any foil retros yet, have we? We need a foil retro in this box. Come on, baby. We can do it. I know we can do it, everyone. Lotus Blossom. Ooh, look at that retro border Lotus Blossom. That is a sweet looking card, y'all. Oh, I like that one. Okay, Grape Shot and Retro Mountain. See, this is a fun set. There's so much. there's so much. I almost want to stop and talk about every card. We don't have the time for that today, nor would that be very entertaining. But I mean, I'd be entertained. Mind Stone. See, this is the kind of stuff. Like, I want to stop and talk about Mind Stone. You know how many Mind Stones I played? So I was obsessed with that card. It was always my like, I need to accelerate, don't I? Maze of Ith. God, this is such a frustrating card back in the day. Oh, it was everywhere. There's a Fadia Seer, Duress, and a Retro Border Island. That's why I love this set, because we're getting all these huge hits, like Test of Endurance, all these crazy mythics, Time Stretch. And then I want to stop and talk about Swords to Plowshares right there. Right on cue, STP. I love it. World Gorger Dragon. Is that the 4th mythic we've hit in this box? Very nice. Extended art, too. Extended art, World Gorger Dragon. There's that other Fire Blast and another Retro Island. Wow. The retro lands look really good, by the way. I can't stress enough. Get some of these cards under your hand. They have a great matte feel to them, and they really have a darker inking on them that makes them really pop. Oh, there we go. Let's get a little Chain Lightning. Ooh, Chain Lightning. Shivan Dragon. God, what a classic. I think they're artificially keeping Shivan at rare. I love a Shivan. Probably should be an uncommon now. Frantic Search, Retro Border Swamp. Like, I ain't mad at it. I'm just, I want you to know I'll be real with you, and it probably should be an uncommon, even though in my heart it will always be a rare. I mean, they made Sarah an uncommon, right? Sarah Angel's an uncommon now, so Spirit Monger's an uncommon now. Isolated Chapel, there's a Chappie there. Evil Eye of Orms by Gore is a common. I think they used to be an uncommon. I'm not sure. Evil Eye of Orms by Gore. Back in the day. Umbelicus. When I first came back to Magic and I wasn't playing any competitive, for some reason I thought this would be a great way to kill people. That was wrong. There's a Spirit Monger, and there's a foil Isolated Chapel. Body Snatcher. Fun little card there. There's that Mind Stone. Now I can talk about it again. That isn't even like retro. That's just like how Mind Stones look. All right, that is OG Mind Stone. That's a 2-mana rock that you can play in any color. That's why it's valuable. It doesn't come in tapped. You just get the mana. It's no Felwar Stone, but the cowards at Wizards of the Coast are too scared to bring us Felwar Stone back. We got Absorb. I remember when Absorb and Undermine. What crazy chase cards these were. Is that Invasion? I want to say it was Invasion. What crazy chase cards they were. Incredible. Another Street Wraith. I think we've opened 3 or 4 Street Wraiths at this point. But another big draft card. Might as well just lose my, thin my deck out by 1. Our second Test of Endurance of the box, and I believe it's our 5th mythic. That's crazy. Terminal Moraine, Mystic Enforcer now bumped down. Mystic Enforcer's an uncommon now. Come on. Okay, I'm going to let the Shivan thing go, but definitely Wizards should be an uncommon, and also reprint Felwar Stone, you cowards. Vexing Sphinx, Wild Growth. And I played, let me tell you a little story. I had a Wild Growth Colossus of Sardia deck. It was Wild Growth with Ley Druids and a bunch of Mana Elves. And right now, you're all thinking, what the hell is a Colossus of Sardia? Get in your Google machine. That's right. I was balling, y'all. I was balling back in the day. Woodland Cemetery. That's that non-basic cycle. Howl from Beyond. I do like this art for Howl. I think it's a great, great art. It really captures what it is. And Frantic Search. Frantic Search is such a bust. Frantic Search in... what the hell? Replenish.deck. Oh my God. You talk about taking every drawback and just making it a positive. Replenish was great at that with Attunement and Frantic Search. Pashalik Mons. Look at that. I love Legendary Goblins, by the way. Empty the Warrens, and there is a Retro Border Island. Replenish was such an amazing deck to play. A horrible deck to play against, but was a lot of fun. That, I think, is also the Type 2 era of Standard. Woodland Cemetery. The red-green. It's in front of me, and I still got it wrong. The green-black in the cycle here. Quicksilver Dagger, Retro Plains. All right, we're in the bottom third now, so we are rounding it out. We've got Wrath of God. Hailed. I love, and shout out to Quentin Hoover, some of the best art, and I love how Quentin Hoover's art for Wrath of God was so iconic, and it affects how we do mass destruction spells now. Wrath of God, Damnation, new versions of Wrath of God. Anytime you're blowing everything up, it has this OG Quentin Hoover spin on it. Like, that's the roots of it, and I love it. This art by Kev Walker is also incredible. Also, get out of here with your Day of Judgment. Nothing's regenerating here. Bury it. Put it in the graveyard. No chance to regenerate. We got Renewed Faith. We got a foil. Oh my God. Is that a foil mythic? And it's our foil retro border. Foil retro border mythic Hunting Grounds. That's wild. Look at that. Is that the 6th mythic of the box? We opened 6 mythics in this box? I must have screwed up the count. I'll double check. I think I set them all aside. Here we go. Mind Slicer. We got a Mind Slicer, Remedy, and a Retro Forest. Can I have a remedy? I think it's like Red Hot Chili Peppers from the 90s. All right, Exploration. What a great card this is. Exploration, play an additional land. This gets out of hand real quick, especially you get multiple. There's Goblin Matron in that Retro Forest. Savannah Lions at Commons. Y'all don't even know. Savannah Lions at Common. Wild. Our second Exploration, a White Main Line, and a Retro Plains. I never thought I'd see the day when Savannah Lions were so plentiful they were at Common, but here we are. Arcades Sabbath, the OG, one of the original Eternal Dragons that EDH, Eternal Dragon Highlander, gets its name from, of course, back from Legends. Arcades Sabbath, Peregrine Drake, that Retro Swamp. Retro Swamp. We've got our last 4 packs here, everybody. We got a Phantom Nishoba. This card, don't be fooled. Yeah, it looks kind of cute. No, Phantom Nishoba is a house and a real pain to deal with. Real pain. Mindstone, Retro Mountain, especially if you're trying to kill it with damage. No. Oh my God, freaking Nishoba. What a great card. Worldly Tutor. I keep talking about those Mirage Block Tutors. There we go, a little Cat's Cradle. Cat's Cradle, Worldly Tutor. Get that creature, whatever creature you want, to the top of your library stat. There's a Spirit Link and a Retro Mountain. Retro Mountain. God. This is a great break. This must be Mason. Shout out to Mason at Card Shop Live _magic on whatnot. Mason, I think you're having a great time breaking this product because it is amazing. And this can't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is our 7th mythic, Dark Depths. These mythics are good too. Our 7th mythic out of this box. Incredible. Radia Erdekeld, Foil, Tatiova, Benthic Druid. Oh, I thought she was rare, but she's uncommon. Nice little hits there. I believe that was our 7th mythic out of a box. Open 1 box, get 7 mythics. I don't know how it gets any better than that, baby. Clifftop Retreat, Counterspell. You talk about OG, the original. When it absolutely cannot, under any circumstances, resolve, you make sure you got that 2 blue up, baby. There it is, Counterspell, and a Retro Island. That was our box, but let me see here. I'm pretty sure I set them all aside. Okay, we've got a Dark Depths. We've got a Dark Depths. We got a Foil Hunting Grounds. That's mythic. We've got Test of Endurance #1. We opened 2 of these. Test of Endurance #1. World Gorger Dragon. Extended Art World Gorger Dragon. Urza's Incubator. Time Stretch Extended Art. And another Test of Endurance. I thought I was going crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 mythics out of our box of Dominaria Remastered. Dominaria Remastered draft boosters available right now at Card Shop Live. Let me move all this stuff so you can see it. CardShopLive.com, $159.99. Get yourself a box. Beat those 7 mythics. Open 8, baby, and let me know all about it. Also, check out Card Shop Live _magic on whatnot, where Mason's ripping Dominaria Remastered and all kinds of great magic all the time. Thanks a lot, everyone. We'll see you next time.